रामो विरामो विरतो मार्गो नेयो नयो नयः वीरः शक्तिमतां श्रेष्ठः धर्मो धर्मविदुत्तमः. Ramaha means one who revels in all, one which revels in every form, or one in which all yogins revel in their meditation. Padma Purana defines Rama as one who is eternal bliss, pure consciousness, endless, and wherein the yogins revel. Actually, when the moment Rama was born as a baby, when he had to be given a name, Vasishtha Maharshi called him Rama, suggested the name Rama because Rama is one who makes everyone happy. The term Rama therefore indicates the Supreme Self who makes everyone happy. The term also means one who has a compelling charm about himself. Rama is the one who is most handsome. Rama is the one who makes everyone happy. Ramante yogino yasmin nityanande chidatmani iti Rama padainaitat param brahma vidiyate. So this is this Vasishtha named the firstborn of Dasharatha as Rama, seeing the beauty and the charm of the baby. For all such beginnings, Sakala Gunabhirama. Rama is known as Sakala Gunabhirama. He is the abode of rest, means Viramaha. Viramaha, abode of rest, the abode of perfect rest. He in whom all creatures rest. Viramaha, the place having reached which there is no return into the realms of experiences. In the language of Bhagavad Gita, it says, Yadhama paramam mama, yad gatva na nivartante, tadhama paramam mama. Virama also denotes Ishvara, in whom the world of plurality that we see around us, which is full of various names and forms, and this world just during the deluge. That means ultimately that's the place where they get total rest. Virama. Sarveshu Ramante iti Ramaha. One more definition of Rama is Sarveshu Ramante iti Ramaha. One in whom everybody gets tremendous happiness, ananda, bliss. So this is called Ramaha. Listening to Ramayana, the devotees lose themselves in meditation of Rama. So this is the quality of Rama and Ramayana. Rama is considered perfect because he is passionless. Virataha, Virajaha, Virataha, passion, passionless. That is one who is not excited, one who is not associated with the agitations of the mind, which is the quality of a Rajoguna. He is not one who is going to get upset. His mind will not get agitated. Human mind gets agitated when it identifies with the sense objects of the world outside. Whereas the mind which identifies with the Atman within, the Atman, the self, it is never gets agitated. Therefore, Atman, the self, has no such identifications, and therefore Rama, synonymous with the Atman, is recognized as passionless. Passion arises because of the delusion or ignorance of the all pervasive underlying reality. One who can see the Supreme everywhere in every being will never get this sort of a passion, agitation, excitement, tension, and worries. How can there be any trace of a delusion one who sees everywhere the same Paramatma, same Supreme Consciousness. Tako mohaha ka shokaha ekatvam anupashyati. One who can see the ekatvam, the unity in diversity, the same indivisible supreme in every being. Where delusion for him? Tattako mohaha. Where is delusion there? Tatra kaha shokaha. How will such a person get unhappiness? This is the spiritual saying. Tatra ko mohaha kaha shokaha ekatvam anupashyati. So Rama is the ideal path, margaha, to reach Parandhama. Path. There is no other way to know the Supreme. For complete liberation, there is no other way other than following the path shown by Rama. Rama is symbolic. Rama is synonymous with the Rama Marga, Rama Pata. There is no other way other than doing itself. Gnanam vina moksha na siddhyati. Gnanam is the only means for getting liberation. Again, Gnanam is again symbolic with this is declared by Adi Shankaracharya in Atma Bodha. Gnanam vina moksha na siddhyati. Again, there is a great Upanishadic saying, Nanyam pantha ayanaya vidyate. To comprehend the Supreme, there is no other path. Now we can see these four names which have come continuously. Ramaha, Viramaha, Virataha, Margaha. You see the sequence in the reverse order. We should follow the path shown by Rama. Try to become passionless, Virataha, like Rama. Then we can attain the supreme abode and which is known as Viramaha, whose personification is Rama. Despite being the supreme, he is prepared. Rama is prepared to be led by the devotees, and in a way, he becomes their follower. Neyaha. Neyaha means follower. It also means the guide, the conductor. He guides and ultimately takes the seeker to the reality of the Brahman. Thus, though through surrender to the Supreme, the devotee develops integration within, and so when so fully integrated, he becomes the mediator, and through mediation, the highest is achieved. This is very interesting to understand that he is a leader. The leader himself is a follower, and the path which they follow is not different from the leader and the follower because once you surrender to the Supreme, we develop integration within and fully integrated, we develop close identity, merge our identity into the leader. So leader and follower becomes one. So Rama is also a follower. The term can also mean one who is fit to be conducted to the highest level. The individual ego, which tries to realize its own real nature, the self. So the individual ego, once it realizes that it is not different from the Atman, it is not different from the self. So this itself is called realization. So one, that is mukti, that is liberation, moksha. So for this, one has to be totally detached and detached from the false attachments. And in this process, a person gets meditation, a person gets animated joy, and he becomes fit to be led to the higher consciousness. In essence, that the jiva is not anything other than the supreme. So the supreme is therefore called as the follower. The supreme is the leader, jiva is the follower, jiva is ultimately becomes nothing other than the supreme. The supreme is also called a follower. Mahavishnu, through his manifestations like Rama, becomes the path. And now he leads us to his supreme abode. So he can also be called the leader, Nayaha, one who leads. When such a devotee slowly and steadily gains his detachments from the outer world, external world, he moves himself more and more into the higher and subtler state of consciousness. The one who leads such a seeker is again the same grace of the Supreme Self, the Paramatma. Now, again, like the earlier names, Rama, Virama, Virataha, Margaha, here also Margaha, Neyaha, Nayaha. Next time which is coming is Anayaha. They're all related. Marga is the path. Neya means the follower. Nayaha means the leader. Anaya means one who has no other leader. Anayaha. So all these are the names in same verse, all these names which are apparently contradictory, they are coming here. So we have to closely understand the interrelationship. Leaderless, as we just mentioned, is one. Anayaha is supreme. Who is to lead him? He is the leader for the entire world. So he has no other leader. He is Anayaha. Nayaha is the leader. Anayaha is one without any other leader. The Lord guides all, but there is none to guide him. This is because he is the all pervading and he needs no guide to lead him to himself. Ultimately, the purpose of a leader is to lead us to a particular place. In this case, Parandhama. Parandhama is not different from the Paramatma. So there is no question of leading the Paramatma to the Parandhama. All one and the same. So these are all related words. Now again we can see these four names. Margaha, the leader, that means the Lord is the path which leads us to the goal, Parandhama. Neyaha is a follower. Actually, the Lord here, he sincerely follows his own devotees. Nayaha, Lord as the leader, he leads the seekers, the devotees, true devotees on the path. Anayaha, he himself has no other leader. So, as leader and protector of those who seek his refuge, he, Rama, for example, Vishnu in the manifestation of Rama had to vanquish evildoers, Rakshasas like Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and others, for which he has to be valiant, Viraha, very powerful. Rama actually is so powerful that the Rakshasas used to tremble hearing his name. The best example of this is Maricha. Maricha, who was once hit by his arrow and thrown away, maybe 1,000 kilometers away, far to the seashore. He was thrown there, and he never forgot that blow which he got from Rama. So when Ramana tells him, seeks his help to uh, take Rama away from the ashram, so that Ravana could carry out his nefarious design of kidnapping Mother Sita. Maricha tries to put some sense into Ravana. Ravana was not listening. And Maricha was telling Ravana, you do not know the power of Rama. I know. I have suffered. Actually, because of that one blow we received long back when he was only a boy. Because of that, he says, in every tree I perceive him. The Rama, who is dressed in bark and deer skin, whenever I see any tree, I am physically seeing him and I am scared. I try to run away. Vrikshe vrikshe chapashyami chira krishnadinambaram. And this Rama is the mightiest, mighty among the mightiest. Shaktimatam Shresthaha, mightiest among the mighty. All this might is power. And what is this power? Power is not only physical power, it is power of knowledge, Jnana Shakti, power of desire, Ichha Shakti, power of action, Kriya Shakti. All these powers are expressions of the self. They express Kriya Shakti expresses in the physical body. The Icha Shakti expresses in subconscious mind. And Jnana Shakti is associated with the intellect. So these three powers are associated and they express at three different levels of the Jiva, human being. So naturally, the self who is giving all these powers to us at all levels is the best. All the kinds of powers are merely powers or they are expressions of the great self, but he is the supreme power. And despite being the mightiest, he never forsakes dharma, always follows righteousness. In fact, Rama is defined as personification of dharma. Ramaha Vigravan Dharmaha. And this statement also came surprisingly from Maricha. Dharma of a thing. What is dharma? Dharma of a thing is something because of which the thing is. It is what it is. And without dharma, it is not. So, dharma is the essential law of the being, essential law of being, essential law which defines a person, an object. Now, for example, dharma of the sun is to give heat and light. Dharma of the fire is to generate heat. It is to burn. Dharma of sugar is its sweetness. So once you take away the power of light and heat, sun does not remain sun. Similarly, if you take away heat from fire, fire does not remain fire. And if you take away sweetness from sugar, what is left? You can't even call it sugar. So it is called dharma. That is law of the being. Then what is the dharma of the individual? The essential dharma of an individual can be nothing but the self. Because without the self, the individual is not individual. The jiva is no longer a jiva. Jiva will become only a dead body, inert, lifeless. So without self, the individual cannot exist. So for the individual, dharma is the self is the dharma. So individuals' expressions of physical, mental, intellectual abilities, all these expressions are merely expressions of the self. Though the physical equipment, through the physical equipment in a jiva. So physical equipment by itself has no meaning. So dharma means only the self in all the individuals. So this is the essential dharma in anything, is that supports the things. The self, which is essence everywhere, so it is considered to be the very core which supports everything. Dharmatma Satyasandha cha Ramaha Dasharathi. Lord Rama, the son of Dasharatha, always abides in righteousness and truthfulness. So, what is Rama? Who is Rama? Satya Dharma Parakramaha. Satya Dharma, one who always adheres and abides by righteousness and truthfulness is Rama. Now, Bhagwan is the embodiment of Dharma and the best. He is also the best amongst the knowers of Dharma. He is also Dharma Viduttamaha. Knowing Dharma is very important. What is Dharma is very important. Following Dharma is equally important. And among such persons who know Dharma, the person who is the best among such persons is none other than Lord Rama, Lord Mahavishnu. So he is the one highest among men of realization. All those who know the reality are knowers. Among the knowers, he is the greatest. So Mahavishnu is one who unites together all the elements at the beginning of creation. So he is called Vaikuntaha, which is the first name in the next verse, which we'll take up in the next episode. Sarvesham swastirbhavatu, sarvesham shantirbhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.